first products, female balance. And when I say first, I do mean first. This was one of our products that was around actually before there was a Symmetry. Many of our products were around about a decade in my private practice before we started the company. These are things that I made for family, friends, myself, and because they worked so well, we brought them into Symmetry. This is a product that I first made for a medical doctor from Detroit. She came to me with 2 fibroid tumors, each of them the size of a grapefruit. And so this was something that was designed to help fix that for her, and it did. It took 9 months, but she had 2 the size of a grapefruit, so it takes a little while. Now, I also want to say that this is a product that's not just for women. It is also for men. I've been taking this product for over 25 years. This is based on an ancient herbal formula, well, maybe not that ancient, for the Dragon Empress. And this is something that was made to keep her young and beautiful, to balance her hormones, to make her look wonderful. And it's said that when she was in her 80s, she was much more beautiful than women in their late 30s and early 40s. And actually, several years after she had died, they said that she still had very beautiful skin, which is pretty unusual. So this was the basis of the formula, and then I updated this formula for, specifically what was bothering my patients. And then, we kind of brought it into Symmetry and changed it. So, what does it do for you? Well, it's a yin tonic, and female balance is not a bad name, but it's really a yin tonic. Men are a little bit concerned about taking something that says female balance, and it is good for female energy and fertility. However, it's good for fertility for both men and women. So, again, something that both sexes can take. And it's a blood tonic. Do you know any men that have blood? If you do, it's good for them. It's good for hormonal balance. And again, we men, we also need some balance. So anything dealing with the blood system or hormonal balance, this is going to be a great formula. PMS. And this is something that we added some Western things to as well. There's a vitamin and mineral in here, very good for PMS, which we all know stands for please more sugar. Very good for mood. It can help sleep. It's also good for postmenopausal syndrome. Going to be helpful for hot flashes or what some people call power surges. And this, like all our formulas, is the best of both worlds. We have an East meets West philosophy in Symmetry. And so we take the ancient Chinese herbal formula, we update it for the Western world, we add maybe some Western herbs and or nutrition to come up with our East meets West blend. In this case, we have a basic Chinese typical formula. These are things that are found in many formulas for women's reproductive health, let's say. And then we have Western herbs that are also very good to help balance the hormonal system and cleanse the blood. Now, I'm going to look at a few of the ingredients that are in here. Not all of them, and not all to the extent that we have here. Just give you an idea of how these things work. This herb, which is faux tea, which is also known as hoshubu, has been used for thousands of years as an anti-aging herb. And sometimes the hoshubu is translated as Mr. Black Hair because it was believed to help reverse hair loss or help people keep its natural black color, the hair. So very anti-aging. It helps with eczema, goiter, hardening of the arteries. It helps lower blood pressure, cholesterol. It also helps increase kidney and liver function. It's very good for energy, heart disease, plaquing in the blood vessels, insomnia. It helps reduce fatty deposits in the liver, and it's also a sexual enhancer. It's good for both men and women here, erectile dysfunction or impotency, and fertility for both men and women. Now, a little more quickly, one of the key ingredients is dongquai, and this is very good for pain as well as constipation. It helps invigorate or replenish blood, so it's very good for women for irregular menstruation, dysmenorrhea or painful menstruation, or amenorrhea, not having any menstruation. Then we have white peony, and this is very, very good for cramps in the body. Now, menstrual cramps, obviously, in this case, but it's also going to be helpful for leg cramps as well. So for PMS symptoms, menopausal symptoms, and it's used for great-looking skin. So a number of things in here are addressing skin beauty as well as hormonal health, which kind of go hand in hand. And then we have pearl powder. And yes, it's really made from pearls. They crush the pearls, and this gives us a very, very good mineral blend. And this mineral blend has been shown over the centuries to be very, very good for beautiful skin. And it has been used by many Asian countries, not just China, but many Asian countries for centuries for this beautiful skin. And today, a lot of documentation on how these minerals really do help the skin. So it's very good for complexion. And it also has royal jelly, which is sometimes called bee milk or bee's milk. And this has aphrodisiac qualities, good for infertility. It's antibacterial and antifungal. So that's a quick look at, some of the things that are in there, so you see how these work. How do you take it? All of our products have a recommended dosage, which is listed on the label. In this case, it says 1 a day. However, all of these are a recommended dosage for Joe Average, or maybe in this case, Joanne Average, Joan Average. It's something that you take if you're in basic good health and you want to stay that way. If you have a problem, you may want to take more. Women are taking 1 a day frequently, and then if they have PMS, cramps, hot flashes, they may take an extra 1 or 2 as needed. So whenever the cramping, strikes up, they'll pop 1 or 2. As you take this, you kind of know how it affects you, and you know whether you need 1 or 2. We actually have a lot of women that take this, and they actually only take a half of 1 a day. They break a pill in half, which is very easy, and they take 1 a day, which works really well for them. And there are some other people that have found they want to take 2 a day. So this is, again, is a starting place. And I do want to mention that this is something that's been very helpful for migraine headaches. And if you're taking this for migraines, you probably want to take a couple of them with a couple advanced omega and a couple tranquility. So that's all about our female balance, one of our original products. It's great for harmony and balance of mind, body, and life. You're going to love it.